couple years ago, one of my former co-workers' wives reached out. They had noticed what they thought were bees showing interest in their door jamb. They weren't sure whether or not they were trying to size up their home to move in. Didn't want that to happen, of course. So I brought over a swarm trap, and to tell you the truth, I'd completely forgotten about it. Fast forward 2 years, just a couple nights ago, they reached out again and said, hey, take a look at this video. And sure enough, it was the old swarm trap, and there were quite a bit of traffic. We weren't sure that they had moved in yet. According to her husband, the bees weren't there 4 days ago when he mowed the grass. So it was a recent move-in. And later in the night, she went and put her ear on the hive box, and sure enough, she heard buzzing. So when the girls spend the night, you know they're moved in. I went back last night to close them up and bring them back. I turned the entrance disc and I brought them home. The swarm trap was an 8-frame 4x4. The instant that I picked it up, I knew right away it wasn't a very big swarm because the box didn't feel very heavy. Brought them home, set them just a few feet away from my porch, just kind of monitoring things. Now today, I thought, you know what, I'd better get in there and see. I don't recall whether or not there were any frames or additional frames, and I don't really want to deal with wonky freestyle comb. Popped the cover, and there were 4 frames across the top, but 2 of them were, I thought was propolis, but it wasn't. It was actually an ant colony, and there was such an ant infestation. I was surprised that bees actually kind of muscled their way in. They weren't working the frames that were already drawn, probably because of the ants, but they were working on the other 2 frames, and they had quite a bit of new comb that were drawn, and they were nice bright white comb. So these bees probably haven't been there more than 2, maybe 3 days tops. As I transferred them into this other box, it's smaller, and then I'm going to put a feeder on top. I'm going to feed them. Got rid of the 2 frames that had the ant nest, so now they have their 2 frames that they're drawing out. There's 2 frames that are already drawn out, and then there's 1 additional frame of foundationless in there as well. I don't want to bother them too much based on the size of it, even though I'm seeing pollen being hauled back, which is a promising sign. I'm not sure that they have a mated queen. I'm not going to bother them too much. I'm going to put another box to act as a shroud, not advertise everybody, and then I'm going to just leave them alone probably for the next 2 to 3 weeks. At some point, I'll inspect, verify that they have a laying queen. This time of year, small colonies, the odds are stacked against them. If they have a mated queen, it helps, but the odds are still stacked against them. But if there's anybody that can offer to help them, I hate to say it, but I'm crazy enough and I do have the resources to help them, so fingers crossed.